Matt, I think you would be proud of me, by the way.
Yeah.
I did something music related this past weekend. I was going to bring it up on Nerds Gone Rogue, but we got so into talking about other games and stuff.
Yeah, so into really wanting to... I really want to like Anthem, but we talked a lot about how it's bad.
I know. I mean, I want to like it too. I do. Okay, well...
Let's save... No,
yeah, save it.
Save
it. Yep. We watched Bohemian Rhapsody this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what'd you think?
It was good. I feel like they took some liberties on some things, and I definitely know they didn't cover some things, but you know, it was a Bryan Singer biopic.
Yeah.
So you put that together how you want to, and don't get me wrong, like Rami Malek was really good. Mm-hmm. I thought the parts where like the actual music parts of the movie were good, right?
Okay.
Where they were performing, where they kind of transitioned between like, you know, as Queen progressed as a band, and then the Live Aid stuff was really cool. Like all the music stuff was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife did a lot of research after the movie because that's what she does after she sees something she really likes, and like they took a lot of liberties on some facts, so to make a good movie, I guess. But
I mean, yeah, and that's just Hollywood. Like, yeah, that's what that is.
I mean, I watched it because I like Queen, and I was like interested in like, you know, kind of using this movie to. Not as a history lesson, but to just kind of like learn a little bit more about like Queen in general, and you know, it was a good jumping off point for that. But
yeah, I feel like they're one of those bands that I know a lot of their music, but I actually don't know a ton about them.
Yeah,
and I feel like every time I watch something like when Behind the Music was a thing, I watched Behind the Music on Queen, and. Like I still don't really feel like I learned a whole lot, despite it being an hour long and teaching me about all this music of theirs that I'd never really heard.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up in the Midwest, all I really heard was "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions."
Yeah, Mighty Ducks represent.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, you know, well, I heard it before the Mighty Ducks, but
no, I know. I'm just
eventually, you know, I learned about. Another One Bites the Dust and Bohemian. Well, I learned Bohemian Rhapsody through Wayne's World, and then I'm like, I should probably dig into this. And then that's when you find out about, you know, they had a ton of really solid albums, and they had like a streak that is really undefeatable in a way. Like their first album, sure, not great, but their second album up until like I think maybe Hot Space, and this is because I don't know their albums back and forth just because there are so many good ones.
Yeah,
but they had a streak through the 70s that was scary good.
Yeah.
I mean, Night at the Opera is one of the coolest albums of all time, just because Brian May does so much with his guitar, and it also has Bohemian Rhapsody on it.
Yeah.
Sheer Heart Attack could be the best glam rock album of all time, but I don't think anybody wants to hear anybody else in that conversation other than T-Rex. But yeah, Queen 2 On is definitely worth your time. And the period of theirs that I'm the least familiar with is their post Live Aid material.
Yeah.
Like I don't know anything from that era.
Yeah.
And because they have a dense catalog.
Yeah, they do. I didn't like some of the stuff I didn't even realize was like them, you know, like I mean like I had heard the song and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's them." Like my wife even said that like Fat Bottom Girls.
Oh, how did you not know that was Queen?
Well, I mean, I knew I didn't know it was their song. Like
okay.
I know Poison covered that song for a while. My funny story about Poison. I'll have to save it for a different day. But yeah, we were just like, man, I guess I didn't realize that was them. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Fat bottom girls, they make the rock and world go round. But yeah, they even had, I mean, they even produced one of the things that hip hop would use as a sample for forever. Another One Bites the Dust. Like, yeah. I mean, that's right out of Chic's wheelhouse. And yeah, Queen was great. Yeah. Listen to Queen as well.
Yes.
Talk and Queen. Check them out. Check them both out.
Yeah. It was funny because Sana and I were talking about it, and we were like, man, somebody out there is probably real dumb and like, man, this movie's good. We should buy the soundtrack to the movie. Guess what? There's a soundtrack to Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's called All of Queen's Work.
Oh man, it was just funny because like we thought somebody would be dumb enough to think like that this wasn't like a real band, and then I go online to see if there's actually a soundtrack, and there's actually a soundtrack.
Well, it's a movie. Of course, there's going to be a soundtrack.
I know, but it's just like buy Queen's Greatest Hits or something. That's the soundtrack to the movie, you know? I mean,
yeah, but
on the soundtrack comes with a DVD that has like the full Live Aid concert on it, which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
So, and then they have some like
concert, probably their best.
And then they have the post Freddie Mercury death recording, some songs from after his death that they recorded. They're just like samples and stuff, but never really released because he died. By the way, Freddie Mercury died on my 5th birthday. Fun fact. Not really a fun fact.
No, there's nothing fun about that. Okay, on that note, I think that's been a B-side, Corey.